Hi everybody and welcome to Caught in the Wool episode 34. I am your host SenBee, and I probably should have put my coffee down before I started, but Caught in the Wool podcast is a fiber artist podcast put out by Bumblebee farm, which is where I'm at right now. And our farm is a fiber farm where we raise sheep, a Pygora type goat, Angora bunnies. We have a couple camelids, those are llama alpacas, and we also hand dye yarn, like a lot of yarn. I said that before once and somebody made a rude comment about it, but it's true. We dye a lot of yarn. Like, it's just what we do. So, anyways, if you are new, welcome. I hope that you stick around and you enjoy the podcast. I am so thrilled to have you spend your precious time here with me, and I really hope you enjoy the podcast. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Let's get into it. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I dyed my hair red. Maybe I should talk about that first. I talked about that, I think it was episode 32. It was 32 or 33. I forget which one, but I was thinking about dyeing my hair before I had just like a blonde balayage type deal. And also, you'll find out if you're new that I am chronically scatterbrained. I'm a little windblown. My hair looked great like 30 minutes ago, and then I went outside to try to find like the perfect spot to film, and it was really nice out, but then all of a sudden the wind kicked up and there were like 20-30 mile per hour gusts, and it was a mess. And if you watch episode 33, you'll know that the wind and the camera do not get along. I don't mind getting like tousled with the wind. At this point I'm used to it when I go outside, but it's probably not good audio wise. But also, and I keep looking outside the window because it looks so beautiful. Then I looked at my phone to see if the wind was going to like stop anytime soon. I don't know if it even would tell me that, but I wanted to see if it was saying that like wind gusts were lower than what they were, in hopes that it would calm down. But then it told me it was gonna rain. It wasn't supposed to rain for the rest of the day. So I'm inside. Maybe it won't rain, but it's still windy as heck outside, so yes, I'm a little windblown. It is what it is. But back on topic. I dyed my hair with henna. I was thinking of, I don't know. I wanted to try red. I've never tried red hair before. I've done blonde highlights a couple of times way back, like 10, 12, 13 years ago, something like that. But I really liked my blonde, but I am going white at like an incredibly young age, in my opinion. I'm only 27, but my hair is like going white, and I was just feeling like in the fall, in the winter, I'm not gonna be feeling that. It's gonna be making me feel like old and washed up and like just not, I needed something fresh. I've been stuck at home because of COVID for like forever, so I needed something fresh. I needed something new, and I decided to try henna because henna is supposed to bind to hair really well and not like leach in the shower. So far, my hair has been like leaving color every time I condition it. It's been like shedding color in the shower the last few times I've washed it, but I haven't noticed any fading. My blonde ends are a little more ginger than my natural hair, and I don't even know if you can see it well in here. Outside it's red. It is like really red. I don't know if you can even tell in here, but it is a lot warmer at least than what it used to be. But yeah, so you guys said that I should try it, and I tried it, and here we are. The other bees nicknamed me Flareon, so you can call me that from now on. I will no longer be SenBee, but Flareon Bee, so I'm kidding. We're not doing that. But yeah, I thought it was cute. So, how have you guys been the past 2 weeks? other than dyeing my hair, we went to the apple orchard again. Not to get any more apples because we bought a ton of apples the first time we went. We just got more apple cider donuts. And I know I'm talking a mile a minute, but it's coffee. And I need more coffee too because I'm a little scatterbrained. I was supposed to film yesterday, but it just didn't happen. So here we are. Oh, and you can see my little like fall decor behind me. QueenBee got that with SenBee, I think it was, and there's fall decor all over our house a few weeks ago, and they put it out. And I was like, well, I can't film outside, so this is cute enough. I kind of match the pumpkins in color. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. Anything new on the farm? We had a sheep get sick. We aren't sure what exactly was wrong with her. We're thinking maybe she got pneumonia because she has like a cough and she was really delirious, and she is one of our most, how do I put this politely? Scared sheep. Some of them bond to us really well, and then there are a few of them that are just wild animals. She is one that just decided she was going to be wild her whole life. She's literally notorious for being caught to shear and like worm her and all of that stuff, but she was acting really funny, and so we started giving her some penicillin, and she's doing much better. She's like, it looks like she's gonna be able to go back in with the rest of the flock. I don't know what that silly girl did. Maybe she got caught in the rain one day and she just stayed out there and didn't go in the shelter like she was supposed to. I don't know. We've never had a sheep get that before. So anyway, she's doing a lot better, which is good, even though she's a pain in the butt. She actually, we have a funny story with her. So one time we were trying to shear at our old house, and we had some like shorter lean-tos for the sheep and the goats. We didn't make them like the 12 feet at the highest that we had done for our big main lean-to. These ones were maybe 4 feet at the highest, maybe 5. I don't know. They were close to my height, and I'm 5 foot. But so the lower end was maybe more like 3 feet, 3.5 feet. And one time we tried to catch her, to shear her, and she jumped over the back of the, well, tried to, over back of one of the lean-tos. And since it had like an overhanging of metal roofing, she bumped her nose and she cut her nose open. That's like what kind of wild animal she is. Like, we've never had a sheep try to jump over one of the lean-tos before, but she was determined to not be caught. I don't know what we ever did to her. Love her as a baby? Maybe she was against the loving. I don't know. But she is a colored Cormo. And it's weird because she's a purebred Cormo. But she, I guess just, she doesn't like us very much. But that was another way we knew she was sick, because she just let us catch her and dose her with medicine, and she didn't put up a fight at all. We were like, yeah, she's not okay. But sometimes you just get animals like that on the farm, no matter whatever you try. And so, other than that, news for the farm, the neighbors, the neighbor farmer who farms the field next door, he cut down all the soy. So that's exciting. Last year it was planted in corn. So if you're from the Midwest or any part of the farming country, you'll know that pretty much you have soy and corn, and they rotate it every other year. You get a different one. And sorry, people are blowing up my phone. But yes, so the corn last year they didn't take down until December. I want to say you can see that on our Vlogmas that they didn't take down the corn until like early December. But this year, thankfully, they took down the soy early because it was starting to look brown. But yeah. Trying to think of anything else exciting. Nothing else is really coming to mind, so let's talk about projects. So we have a lot of exciting things coming up. So this might be a longer podcast because we have like quite a bit going on. We have a new sock pattern release that is going to be up, available on Friday, October 2nd. That is tomorrow from when I'm filming right now, because it's Thursday right now, but this isn't going to go up until Friday morning. So when you watch this, it will be today that the sock pattern went live. And if you are watching this video, you will get a 25% off discount also if you are on the newsletter. And I will have more information about that then, then later in a few minutes when I get to... The coffee is getting to me. I will bring that up in a little bit with some more specifics, but as of right now, let's just talk about whips and FOs and all of that fun stuff. So, I've been working on some things. Well, I finished one thing. I showed this to you guys a little bit ago. I don't think I showed it in the last podcast because I didn't make like really any significant progress, but this is my Magic Cake Cowl. This one is the one that I did out of the Zauber ball that Bumblebee got for me for Christmas. He got all of us girl bees. Bumblebee is our youngest bee and our brother. He is 17, almost 18 now. But he got us all Zauber balls for Christmas. And we all decided to make Magic Cake Cowls. Well, since I've already knit the Magic Cake Cowl, and I have this problem where if I knit something already, I have a hard time knitting it a second time, especially if it hasn't been a long enough time in between. I just like need to switch it up. But I was knitting this one, and I decided, well, I'm just gonna do some lace edging on the end, and I loved it so much. This is the same like lace design that is on the edge of the gathering shawl. There are a few adjustments to it, but the gathering shawl pattern I will link below. I will also link this pattern. I am not making this specifically a pattern because I think I am going to turn the gathering shawl with its different textures and such into its own pattern. So just the lace isn't like enough to make a new pattern. I did, however, write up the lace instructions and put them in a Patreon post. So if you are a patron or you've been thinking about becoming a patron, all the tiers, including the $3 Bunny Bee tier, have instructions on how to do this. You do need to already have the Magic Cake Cowl pattern to know how to do the rest of it. I didn't just create like a whole new pattern for that. I just put instructions on how to finish it. But yeah, I'm actually gonna put this on because I'm kind of chilly. I'm warm but chilly. It's like a chilly day, but like it's like 50 degrees. That's another reason why I didn't want to be outside, because all of a sudden it was like overcast, which is perfect for filming. All of a sudden it got very sunny, which meant I would have to film in the shade. And it was cold in the shade, 50 degrees with wind. Like, no, I was like not doing well. And my insulin pump is beeping at me. Oh, I should tell you guys about that. Okay, I'll tell you after the cowl, because last time I filmed, I mentioned how my blood sugars had been crazy, and I should update you guys on what's going on with that. But for now, let me show you. It goes pretty low. It's like almost like a shawl, but you can see it kind of like bunches up in the back, so it covers your neck. It can go a little lower if you want it to as well, but I just really love it. I think that the lace, even, you know, I really like just having the lace at the end. I don't feel like it needs all the texture. The lace just adds like a nice little, a nice little something. A little something something, you know? But, and also my chair is creaking. Sorry about that. The chair that I'm sitting in is like this super old little wooden chair. and it had a partner. But last Thanksgiving, the partner broke halfway through Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm not gonna out the bee that was sitting in that chair when it broke, but it was pretty funny because it was Thanksgiving dinner. We were like, oh, ate too much turkey. But anyways, hopefully that doesn't happen to me now, karma wise. It wasn't me who broke the last one. But anyways, I should get on about the blood sugars if you guys are interested. My blood sugars had been so bad the past few weeks, like insanely bad. I would eat a ton of food for breakfast, and I would go low every afternoon, and I didn't know what was going on with me. I suspected it could be my pump having something wrong with it, but I don't know. I also I adjusted my dosage because like with an insulin pump you can adjust your levels like throughout the day and what time of day, and also the level of insulin that you take for food at different times of day versus other times. I had adjusted that and, you know, tweaked it a little bit, but I was going very high at night and very low in the afternoon, no matter what I did. So I switched to one of my old insulin pumps because once they go out of warranty, they let you keep it because it's been paid off at that point. So I have my like super old little purple insulin pump. This is actually like a replacement of the first insulin pump I ever had. Because the very, very first one broke, but because it was under warranty, I got it replaced. But like technically this is the first insulin pump I ever had. But I switched to it and now no more problems. Now my blood sugar is totally back to normal. It has been a little inconvenient because I can't find the belt clip for that one. So if I'm not wearing like pants with pockets, like if I'm wearing pajama pants, I have like no place to put it, which is very frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm in the process of getting a new insulin pump because my other one is out of warranty. Hopefully that goes through soon. I know my doctor finally faxed the paperwork yesterday, so hopefully I will have a new insulin pump soon and not have to worry about this one falling off of me and stuff. I'm like kind of worried because sometimes I drop it and it's still attached to me by like a cord, but that's like unpleasant feeling if it tugs on you. But I'm worried because it bumps things, and I'm worried that if it bumps something it's gonna get broken and stop functioning properly. So that's been a whole thing. It's just whatever, but I am doing way better. So for those of you who were like wishing me well and stuff, thank you so much. It helped. I finally wisened up and was like, let's try the different insulin pump and see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, so Cowl, I have an FO. SenBee did an FO. I'm so proud of myself. I also started working on something else that I will show you in a minute after I have a little bit more coffee because, you know. Oh, we got new dishes as well. We have not gotten new dishes in, well, except for our occasional, like, thrift shop, like, pickup. I don't think we had gotten new dishes in, like, 10 years. So, since we moved, we decided, and almost all of our dishes were, like, Christmas themed. We had watering can, Debbie Mum, like, old collection of dishes, and then Christmas time, like, Debbie Mum dishes. And if you don't know which ones I'm talking about, what Debbie Mum is, but like Google Debbie Mum snowman cups and you'll see what I mean. So we decided, well, we don't have really any fall ones, so we ordered like a whole fall dish set and also a new winter dish set. And I think we're gonna slowly add on like a dish set for every time of year, so that way we have fall, winter, and spring, summer, which will be nice because we have almost always had the Christmas mugs out all year long, like the Santa ones, and yeah, we have Debbie Mom's Santa like ones, Christmassy ones, and snowman ones that we typically use in January, but we would use those all year round. And I feel like in the middle of summer with my like Santa Claus mug. Like, what are we doing right now? I think they're cute. What? So that's that. Luckily we're in the season now and we have like autumn dishes and all of that stuff. But yeah, I guess I could have put that in the other chatting. I'm sorry, today's gonna be all over the place because it just is. I spent 30 minutes trying to set up a place to film and it didn't work, and here we are. So oh, where's my bag? Okay, so I'm working on two other things. One is, and I don't know, you guys, if I have ever actually shown this on the podcast because I started it last year while we were moving. This is my Comfort Fade Cardi. And I don't know if I'm showing this well. Okay. We did a Game of Thrones fade along. Excuse me, coffee's coming back on me. We did Game of Thrones fade along last year for like the last season. We had our whole entire 38 yarn Game of Thrones collection released. It was all dyed to order. We did all that fun stuff. This was one of the fade kits. This one was the Beyond the Wall fade kit, I believe. But my colors, because I love the wildlings like insanely. The colors are up here. We have Weirwood Tree. We have Egret, who has like a little bit of blue in there. Down here we have Tormund, the like deep oranges and steely gray. And then we have down here, this is the Hound. Because he does go beyond the wall in the show. I was telling my boyfriend that and he was like, wait, what? Because he's only read the books, but yes. In the show, he does go beyond the wall. And it is funny, and him and Tormund have the funniest banter situation. So when I created this kit, I was like, yes, they need to go together, and I need to make a sweater of this. So I'm finally binding off, you guys. I'm finally binding off the body. I still have to do the sleeves. I don't know when I will get to that because I'm working on another project right now. But yes, I have to bind off the sleeves, and then I'm going to pick up and do, if you've done the Comfort Fade Cardi, and that's the one by Andrea Mowry. I've just said it because I just said it like everybody knows what it is. I mean, most people know what it is. It's Andrea Mowry, but I don't think that I'm going to do the garter like edging that she has along the whole thing. Like she does like a garter shawl collar, and she does garter cuffs on the sleeves as well. I really like the way this 2x2 rib is contrasting with the reverse stocking knit. I think I am going to do a 2x2 rib for the sleeves as well as the whole like edging. I'm blanking on what you call that edging on a cardigan. It's not like a button band because there aren't any buttons going on it, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry. I can't remember what it's called. But there's another like reverse stocking neck cardigan that I've seen, though it's done in like solid colors. It's called something fog. It might be like London fog or fog cardigan, something like that. I'll put that down here. It is kind of similar. They have some detailing on the sleeves, so I know like the elbows look almost like there are patches, because instead of just doing the whole thing in reverse stockinette, which is funny because that's what the sleeves on my current sweater have, you do regular facing stockinette here to make it look like there's like a little patch. But the whole thing has a 2x2 rib collar band edging thing. So I really love how that looked. I have that in my like favorites, and I look at it all the time, and I don't think that I'll have time to actually knit that sweater. So I think I'm just gonna combine that with this one because I think it would look cool. I'll still follow like the fading instructions and everything, but I think I might like it a little bit better. I don't know. I have a problem following patterns. If you've been around, you'll know that there's like no pattern I've actually followed exactly, except for, well, the Pookie's pattern I followed exactly. But every other one I do something different. Like I'll change the yarn weights and the needle size, and I'll like just do all kinds of random stuff. But yeah, that I'm currently housing that in this super cute bag that I got from Wanda of Twisted Yarn and Fiber. Look at it, this is perfect for the season. And the oranges and blacks are like perfect for the season. So like I want to get it done, and getting the sleeves done, that's not a ton of work. The thing that worries me the most, honestly, is picking up for that edging that I don't even know what to call. I don't want to pick up for it. Like that's the annoying part, because sometimes I worry that I don't pick up like the right number, or like I skip a little edge. I mean, I don't usually, but it's just like a whole thing. So I don't know if I will get it done in time for Halloween, but if I did, how cool would that be? And it's October. It's October 1st, and there is a full moon tonight. How awesome is that? I'm so excited. This is my favorite time of year. I don't know why. I really love Christmas time too. It's not like I have anything against summer. I really love spring. Winter, you know, if you live anywhere where it gets cold, it kind of can just drag on. But fall, I think it's the colors. I think it's just like and my hair is like bothering me. It keeps like falling like this. It's driving me crazy. But yeah, I think it's the colors. I think it's everything just subtly changing to these bright, fantastic colors. When we drove to the apple orchard the other day, to go get the donuts, it was so beautiful. So many of the trees are just starting to do that like mottled orange to green still look, and I'm just like, I love it. I love it so much. So I mentioned in a past podcast that QueenBee has made us all switch to like autumn bags, so that way when they're sitting out, she sees nothing but autumn bags. I showed this one in the last one. This is by Fancy Boy Designs. This was a new one that I got this year. QueenBee was just basically just trolling Etsy trying to find cute fall bags. You know, for any bag makers on here that are watching, there are not a lot of very cute autumny feeling bags. There are just not out there. Like we were trying to find some in September. It was almost impossible. A lot of like Halloween ones, but you know, sometimes you just want like this feel, like autumn feel, autumn vibes, you know, like, anyways, I love this. It's super cute. And I'm going to show you the design I am working on, because I told everybody on Instagram that I was working on a new design, though it might not get done in time. I'm hoping to release it by the 13th of October, because the design is called 13. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about pattern designing. Sometimes Sam gets lazy, and when she's in a rush to try to get something done in time, she won't go back and fix the mistake that she made. So this is going to be a cowl, and if you've seen my Myriad of Minis cowl, it is kind of the same layout. So you have the same I-cord edging, the same like design with like one arrow in it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take each of the 13 Trick or Treat minis that we have pre-ordered and sold out of and sent out already. I'm going to take each one, split it in half, do one section of color, break it up with an eyelet row. I don't know how well you can see that eyelet row. An eyelet row in black, and then go on to the next color. And so then 13 of the colors will be in the front, and then 13 colors will be in the back, so you will get a little bit more of a bigger cowl. You cast on more than in the original Myriad of Minis cowl pattern. But I could publish it as is right now, but I want to have like the finished, I want to have like finished photos of it instead of just like work in progress photos. So I am doing my darndest to just knit it like crazy. It doesn't take very long to knit. But I had this idea in my head and I became obsessed with it, and I want to get it out this year. QueenBee was like, don't stress yourself, just save it and put it out next year, and you know, it'll all be done, it'll be photographed and all that. But I just want to get it out this year. It's super cute. I'm excited because it's going to show a nice like sample of the color, and then you have this nice like little breakup. But like this would be good for like any mini, and you could make it as big as you want. You can make it into an infinity scarf if you wanted. But yeah. So back to the Knitwittic thing I did. So I started it with my first color, and this gold here is just because it has a provisional cast on, because you Kitchener it at the end. You can just seam it. You can do like a normal cast on and then just seam it at the end. But I'm gonna Kitchener it because I actually love Kitchenering. But this color, which is called I Want to Suck Your Blood, I was knitting super loose, and so the gauge here is totally different than here and all the other rows I have done henceforth. Also, the eyelet I did in this color, and that was my original plan. I was going to break it up with the black. That was actually my original plan, but then I was like, maybe it'll be too big then. But then it just looks better with the black. So, instead of ripping all the way back, when I got to this point and I was like, no, I'm going to do black for the next one, I decided what I'm going to do is I am just going to unravel it at the end and add this to the very end. And since I'm Kitchenering this closed, I'll just pick up these active stitches, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna have to cut it somewhere to unravel it, but that's fine. I'm not like scared of that. But that's the thing with like designing. You have to not be afraid. You just go for it. I mean, if I mess it up, I just tie it in, secure it, like whatever. But yeah, it'll be fine because I have plenty. I had done it so instead of using exactly half of each 10-gram mini, because these are just 10-gram minis. Like, look at how much you get on a 10-gram mini. This is just half. So it's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be like a nice, like, wide cowl. But what I'm trying to say is that, oh, now I forgot what I was trying to say. I'm trying to think. The coffee isn't helping me. It's making my mind go crazy. Anyway, this is the 13 cowl, and I'm going to try to get it done ASAP. if I can just work on it in my free time, I'll be able to get it done. But since I have to do an update this weekend, which I'm going to talk about at the end, and you're going to want to stick around for that because I'm going to be talking about all the yarns that we're having and also the Rhinebeck update. So we're doing a ready to ship update this weekend, and then next weekend we're not doing anything because we are restocking for the virtual Rhinebeck festival. So if you've never been to Rhinebeck, this is your chance to shop all the vendors like in completion virtually, which is going to be very exciting. We aren't going to have like a virtual video or anything like that just because I don't have time to throw that together, but people can always watch our podcast here and see the kind of yarn that like we have and what have you. But yeah, I wish I remembered what I was saying before. Saying something about how you get like a lot of length with these. Anyways, I think it's going to be fine when I take this off this little bit and just add it to the end and then Kitchener here instead. We'll see. We'll see. But yes, I will put that away. And the other bees have some things going on as well. That is all I am working on for right now. Because yeah, I'm just trying to get it done. I have another twisted yarn and fiber bag. Oh, that's why that won't open. In here is SenBee's sweater, and all of the projects I will link below. Some of them have Ravelry pages, some do not, but SenBee has knit this beautiful sweater. I don't know which is the front or back. I think it's pretty much the same front and back, but this is terracotta on our McGonagall Tweed Aran base. So, or not Aran, McGonagall Tweed DK, my bad. This is a DK sweater. I will link it below so you can see all the like yarn details and pattern details. But this is a free pattern. I forget the name of the pattern. But Sen has completed her sleeves and she is now waiting for me to do a tubular bind off. I'm the one who typically does things like tubular bind offs and stuff like that because I know how to Kitchener. Though it seems like her ribbing is very tight. I don't know if this is gonna be, I don't know why her ribbing is so tight. I don't know, it's a beautiful sweater though. It'll be a nice like baggy sweatshirt look, I think is what she's going for. But I am dying to make one of these myself. Look at how cute it is. I love sweaters that have like a little bit of like a semi-turtleneck. I feel like it's a good option for if you don't want to actually have to wear a cowl. If any sweater has like a very low neckline, like the one that I'm wearing right now is, here, I'll take this off. I'm getting pretty warm anyway. Like this one that I'm wearing right now, and this isn't one that I've made or anything. This is a sweater that I got from Kohl's. It's like a slight boat neck. This is about as low of a sweater neckline that I like to have because I feel like anytime I'm wearing a sweater, my neck gets cold. Like I want to wear something around me, and that was so cozy. I'm putting it back on. But yes, most of the sweaters that I own have that kind of like higher neckline, or at least a crew neck. This looks so cute on SenBee. So she's been nagging me to do that bind off, but if you've ever done a tubular bind off, I mean, it is worth it on something like the hem of a sweater, but it is not something that is a quick, speedy process, especially on something like the hem of a sweater when you have to split all of those stitches. So, and then Kitchener them all. So that might wait until I finish my, oh, why am I tossing that over there? It's gotta go back in its bag. That might have to wait until I do the, oh, she cut it. She cut the yarn. I don't know why she did that. Interesting. But yeah, that's gonna have to wait until I finish that cowl. Hopefully I finished the cowl. It's not like a super complicated pattern. It's just like a cute mini pattern, and it's already like inspired me for a new design for like a 12 Days of Christmas cowl. So then like October 13th cowl, and then 12 Days of Christmas cowl. Like, how cute would that be? Okay, I'm getting too many ideas. Nobody who is a pattern designer steal those ideas. If you do, we will fight. No, it's okay. I don't feel like there's like any real theft because we're all using like the same, we all use the same stitches, we all use the same knitting. Like, unless somebody creates a stitch, which I have done, and somebody kidnaps that, then that's a bit of an issue, but I've never experienced that, so we're good. I mean, there's probably already like a 12 Days of Christmas cowl and like a 13th of October or whatever cowl, but as long as it's not the same knit, you know, we only have so many words in our language. My coffee's getting cold. We actually got like Starbucks creamer for our coffee, which is surprisingly delightful. It is their caramel macchiato creamer, and I was looking at the ingredients on it, and it's pretty much like all good stuff. Like, it's just milk and cream and what have you. I think it has like one thickening agent, but that's it. And I am just like loving it. I've been putting it in my coffee every morning. Normally what I do is I just use organic 2% milk, because like regular milk gets me sick. Organic milk does not. Not sure why, but that is the case. So normally I just do that and some sugar, but this, it is so good. All right. As per usual, I have a bunch of socks to show you guys. I have these. They are finished. Last time I showed you this sock, it was still a work in progress. QueenBee is making this, and this is the Patons Kroy yarn, which I guess is discontinued, and I don't know why, because it's absolutely delightful. But QueenBee knit these. These are just a 3x1 knit pattern. And yeah. She just did like the heel flap and gussets. And they're so cute. This colorway is called Blue Rag. It's clearly not a blue rag. I said that in the last podcast. I mean, there are other colors in this rag apparently, but... And she is using this adorable bag that I do not know where it is from. It is from Snickle and Mr. B. And look at that cute little, look at this cute little tag. It's cute little dogs on it. Little dog faces. That is an adorable logo. But yes, and it has a nice pocket in it, and she's working on her next sock. I am in love with this yarn, and it kind of really bums me out that it is supposedly discontinued. I couldn't find it like on the Patons actual website, and Michael's, which is the craft store that typically carries Patons, said that it was out of stock in all of their colors. So that is a huge bummer, because just look at it. It has like such a nice and woolly feel. I am knitting a pair of socks, and I haven't done anything new on them, but I'm knitting a pair of socks with like West Yorkshire spinners, and that is a beautiful yarn. Love that yarn. It's like all British BFL wool. This does not tell you what type of wool it is, but it like has that nice woolly sock feel. Like, oh, it is so nice. I am really bummed about that, because I feel like craft stores are always carrying acrylic and a lot of acrylic blends, and it just bums me out. But QueenBee is just knocking these socks out of the park. Like, she's just cranking on socks, and she doesn't knit them on like US 3, like our bigger sock, like DK socks are done on. She just knits them on, I think these are a US 2. And these are Diacraft heavy metal needles, which are most of us bees ride or die needle, unless you're BabyBee and she likes to use DPNs, but I think Diacraft makes DPNs and I've been planning to get them for BabyBee. I just keep forgetting. But, oh my goodness. I just love it. I love the way it feels. I love really woolly socks though. Like that's why we love to use our Coquette sock. Like it has a feel similar to Coquette sock, which is our like cult classic yarn base, which is just like a really woolly. It's not rough, but it has that woolly texture. Like, you know how merino can sometimes have like too soft and silky of a texture where it doesn't really feel like classic wool. I mean, merino is beautiful. It is great for a million things. That is what I'm knitting my Comfort Fade Cardi out of, and that's what the base is for the minis. It's our squishy sock, 75/25 merino nylon base. I love merino, don't get me wrong, but like the way woolly wool feels is like just, it's just, there's just like a passion in me for it. Oh, I don't know what it is. Like, even this has like a bloom to it, like the spin. I don't know what wool is in it. It might be merino, but somehow it is just like, it's a little more woolly, you know? It's just a little more woolly. And I feel like a lot of like European wool companies and yarn companies have a little bit more of a woolly texture, which I love. I just love it. Oh my gosh. The sun is hitting the field and the sky is so blue. It's beautiful. I would show you, but then I'll never get this camera at the right angle, so maybe I'll show you at the end. We'll see. We'll see if I remember. So, on to some other things. So since I saved this for last, and next I'm going to be talking about the shop update, I'm talking about releases now. I am going to tell you guys about the Cozy Hiker sock pattern that our very own SenBee designed. She had made a few socks using this pattern that she just kind of came up with in her head. And I showed them a few podcasts ago. She had made a pair of socks for her boyfriend to gift, and BabyBee also made a pair of socks to gift. But she made them into an actual pattern at the request of many. And here they are. And the pattern is ready to go live tomorrow, October 2nd. So we have two different options. We have a DK version in the pattern and also a worsted yarn version. So the DK, and if you know much about yarn bases, you'll know that DK is technically like a light worsted. When you double, which is what DK means, double knit, fingering yarn, that's when you get DK. Our fingering sock weight yarn, our squishy sock, that merino nylon 75/25, when you double knit it, you get what it's basically our squishy DK yarn. And that's what these socks are. They are held double squishy sock, so it is technically like the texture of our squishy DK. And the reason why BabyBee, who knit these, opted to do the squishy sock held double instead of just squishy DK is to get this awesome marled effect in this colorway. So this is our autumn rainbow. It is all sold out right now, and I don't think we will be doing a restock of this color specifically this year, but you know, we had it dyed to order and everything. And then the heel and toe is Pot of Gold. which is a tonal, and our tonals are always in the shop. So like if you fell in love with the look on that sweater that SenBee was knitting, you can always order our tonals dyed to order at any time of year, and you can you can order them in any base, any quantity, and they'll all be dyed together so they all look the same. And my battery is dying, so I will be right back. I gotta plug this in. Okay, I'm back. The camera was dying, but we are back in business. And am I still recording? Yes, I am. Okay, we're good. We're good. And the lighting seems weird in the video now, but we're just gonna leave it and go with it. So what was I saying about the socks? So yes, you get this awesome marled color, and I was talking about tonals. Those are available on all the weights and bases, and when you order them together as a group, and Peach is choking in the background on absolutely nothing, you will get them dyed all together so the colorway will match as close as possible on all of the skeins. We still recommend that you alternate them just because we do dye our yarn in small batches. Like, we aren't a commercial yarn company where you put all of the yarn in one ginormous room-sized pot and dye them all in there. You know, we do them in very small batches, so I always recommend that you alternate skeins whenever you are doing a bigger project and you care about it looking very uniform. But back to topic. This pattern is super cute, super cozy. You can do it on a squishy, in our squishy DK base. We do recommend that you do it in a yarn that has a bit of nylon in it, just so that way they hold up very nicely and they don't fall apart on you. These ones are held double as well, but they are our coquette sock, and coquette sock has a little bit more of a looser spin than squishy sock does. It makes the yarn a little less round, and when you hold it two together, it can be used as either a DK or a worsted. So SenBee used it as a worsted. So they're super cute. Yes, so the heel and toe on these, and I've talked about these socks in a different podcast. These were the mini bundles that we had released. I think I only have them in, we might put some more in the shop actually for this update. In fact, I think that I'm going to do that. But we have terracotta here, black walnut, and copper. And we did bundles of these on our 3 best sock bases, which is squishy DK if you're making DK socks, coquette sock, and squishy sock. And we will also have more mini bundles in other colors, but I will get to that. More about these socks, and I'll show them on the cute little... These are going to be, what are you barking at? What are you barking at? Jinx is barking outside and I don't know why. Now Peach is barking. What's going on? Be right back. Stop barking. Strange. Very strange. Anyways, back to what I was saying about socks. I don't know why the dogs are barking, but these socks are going to be released tomorrow, Friday. If you're watching this on Friday, they're released now. And you, as a YouTube Caught in the Wool viewer, get 25% off. That is an extra 10% off from what Instagram and Facebook get. So that code is going to be in the description below. I'm very excited about this. If you are, though, a SenBee tier patron on Patreon, you get an extra 10% off of that. You get 35% off. So if you've been thinking about becoming a patron, you get content, like 4 things of content a month. I tried to do this past month. I was a little messed up because my blood sugars had been so bad, so I kind of did all my content at the very end of September instead of steadily throughout September like I was supposed to. But my gosh, these are so cute. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. They're so cute. But yes, if you become a patron, your contribution helps us immensely. When we do ready to ship updates, you are the first ones who get to shop. You get to shop an hour before the shop actually goes live for the general public. So that means that if there are limited quantities of things, you definitely get what you want. So that is a huge benefit to that. Yeah, we create content like behind the scenes vlogs, free little pattern things, I guess, occasionally. Goat bee and sheep bee tiers get a little bit extra. You get credited at the end of our Caught in the Wool podcast videos. You also get a recipe, extra % off on new pattern releases, and also for sheep bee tier, you get the pattern release discount code, and also Zoom Knit Night. Okay, so I do want to talk about Zoom Knit Night real quick. Zoom Knit Night was awesome. This past week we actually had, usually we have like 4 or 5 people show up. This time we had like 8 or 9. There were of us, and it was so much fun. It actually felt like a real knit night. Like, it was great. So if you were watching this and you were one of the awesome people who showed up for knit night, it was a blast, and I cannot wait for the next knit night. Because I am like quarantined because I am a diabetic and QueenBee is asthmatic. It's very sad. We don't get to like meet with many people. My friend Henna stopped by a few weekends ago, not last weekend, the weekend before, I think it was. And she hung out for like a little bit, only like an hour and a half though, and I haven't seen her in months. So other than that, like, Patreon is literally how I like communicate with people. Social media. Other than that, I don't really talk to anyone. But yeah. So these socks, I'm very excited about that. If you are on the newsletter, you will also get the same code for 25% off. But yes, so that is very exciting. I'm very excited for these socks to come out, and I need to knit a pair like ASAP. But when do I have time to knit anything? I don't. I do want to say real quick while we are here, I don't want to put this at the end with all of our update stuff. Another benefit to being on the newsletter is that we are doing a newsletter giveaway. So if you are in love with the Halloween minis that I posted on Instagram, the Halloween trick-or-treat minis, we do have, oh, and I am holding this upside down. We have one single extra set, and this we are giving away to one lucky newsletter subscriber. So what you need to do is you need to follow the link below to sign up for our newsletter. Make sure that you are subscribed. If you have unsubscribed at any point, you want to go in and you want to sign up again. Or you can let me know that you may not be subscribed. You can always send me an email and let me know. But yes, the winner will be announced next Friday. So we're announcing this giveaway in the newsletter that I'm putting out on the 2nd, tomorrow / today, whenever you watch this. But all you have to do is subscribe for our newsletter, and you get put in the drawing to win the little mini set. I am obsessed with these minis. That's why I had to do a pattern, because I want to wear them for Halloween. But yeah, I'm excited. They also come with like and it's not laying quite right. Sorry, this is probably crinkling very loudly for you guys. Okay. A little black cat progress keeper. And they're all packaged in these cute little 3 different like trick or treat, like party favor bags. They're very cute. Mine didn't get packaged, which was sad, but you know, it is what it is. So definitely then sign up for the newsletter. We are going to start doing more newsletter giveaways. We have talked about, I'm trying to like, where am I going with this? We have talked about how our best way to communicate with you guys and what have you is to actually send out newsletters. That's the best way for us to tell you guys all in one situation with links what is new, what's going on with us, thank you for everything, and all of that stuff. So I usually only send out newsletters weekly or bi-weekly. I typically only send them out if something new is happening. If we're doing weekly updates, so then it'll be weekly. When we do our annual sale, which will be Black Friday through Cyber Monday, which is every year. I do a couple more emails about that, but that's where you get all of the like heads up information, direct links to the shop, and all of that stuff. So definitely sign up, and we are going to be doing more giveaways. We're going to be doing an Advent giveaway again this year via the newsletter, so definitely sign up, and that'll keep you in the loop. But okay, now on to more update stuff, and I don't know why the video got so bright. I'll tell you what, if you've ever done any filming for anything or photography, you will know that lighting is the biggest battle. I don't know why, but it is. It just is. Okay, so this weekend's update. When QueenBee and SenBee created those Halloween minis, they created 13 brand new Halloween inspired colorways never before seen. It was a lot. It overwhelmed my heart. My sensibilities were all in turmoil. Can't even talk. I'm so flustered by them. They're beautiful. I will actually grab some of mine that haven't been skeined up yet. Just the ones that I have already knit into my cowl are, you know, balled up and kind of messy, but I do have several that aren't, and they are everything to me. They're everything to me. Just look at these cute minis. So again, all of this and more could be yours if you sign up for our newsletter. But oh my goodness, I love them so much. So they came up with 13 new colors. I told them they did not need to do like crazy colors for this, because like they could just do some like easy speckles and whatever. Well, you know, QueenBee and SenBee, they never go halfway on stuff. They go all the way or they don't go. So they created these colors and we were like, oh no, we need to do full skeins. We've got to. We didn't really have very many like Halloween colors. We had a few. We had Candy Corn, Specters in the Graveyard, Hobgoblin, Spooky Rainbow. I think those were like the 4. I might be forgetting a couple. It's the Great Pumpkin, so like 5. We didn't have very many Halloween. We had a pretty decent sized autumn collection. Not a lot of like really Halloween colors. That all changed in the course of 2 days. They developed all those colors in 2 days. It was madness. It was like just a stroke of genius inspiration hit them, and they just flew with it. So this Friday we have a bunch of full skeins. And I have here with me All Coquette sock. And it is everything to me. I made a post on Instagram yesterday saying that there won't be an update because I kidnapped all the yarn. I did get caught. SenBee is outside the window. She just saw me holding all these. She's like, what are you doing? I did get caught, so I won't be keeping all the yarn. I have to be content with mini skeins, I was told. That's fine. I can be content with the mini skeins. I'm happy that I got my own set of the mini skeins. But we have full skeins of Halloween inspired goodness. So, since we have so many of them, I'm going through them kind of quickly. We aren't doing any of our older colors ready to ship that are Halloween inspired. We did our autumn update already. There are some still hanging out around in the shop, so if you love them, grab them. You know, you don't know how long they're gonna stick around. Like Autumn Rainbow is already sold out, and you know, you don't know when everything else is gonna go. But what am I trying to say? I'm gonna just show these really quickly because there are so many of them and I feel like I've been here for a while already. But I also have fiber. I have braids of fiber, and I also have mini bundles. Okay, I have a lot to show you. I have these all on Coquette sock here. The ones that I tried to kidnap on Sasquatch Aaron, I got found out, so those will also be in the shop. We will have Squishy DK, Butter Sock, Squishy Sock. Oh, what was I trying to say before? Those 5 older colors, they were ready to ship before in the shop. This is why you need to be on the newsletter, because when things leave the shop or are up for what am I trying to say? They weren't ready to ship. They were dyed to order. When they are dyed to order, you need to know like that timeline, because we don't always make extras to do a ready to ship update later on. Those were all in that dyed to order like pre-order listing. So none of those will be coming back except for candy corn. I had tons of people request candy corn come back, so candy corn will be in the shop. I don't have a candy corn with me to show you. I showed a pair of socks that BabyBee did. It was actually in this Cozy Hiker sock pattern. I showed them before. I wish I could show you now, but I think they're up in her room. But that will be in the shop. So I'm going to tell you what I have here, and these could all be used for Cozy Hiker sock. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk. I'm so overwhelmed. Okay, those will all be available in yarn bases that you can use for the Cozy Hiker sock pattern. So if you want them to pull up really cool, get them in Squishy DK. If you want them to have that cool marled effect, then you want to get them in a sock yarn and hold it double. Or if you just want to make classic sock weight socks, we got you. If you want to make shawls, we got you. We're all ready. We've got them in all the bases. I told them, don't hold back, guys, because I want them all. Like, I don't want to part with a single one. Okay, but I'm gonna have to. So I don't have time to even knit them before Halloween, so yeah. This here is the Pumpkin Ghoul. So our mini was called Jack-o'-lantern. For whatever reason, I think they opened a new jar of dye and they dyed it a little darker than it was intended. It was supposed to be a little bit more of a neon fluorescent orange and yellow. This one turned a little bit more, a little darker. It's still bright, but it's not neon. So we have named this Pumpkin Ghoul. I actually have a fun story about the Pumpkin Ghoul. Do you know who the Pumpkin Ghoul is? Yes? No? Whenever I ask you guys questions, I feel like I'm on like Sesame Street and I'm asking questions, or Blue's Clues. No! Okay. I saved the yarn. A yarn fell. It's been saved. Anyways. I always got colds and flus and stuff and strep throat when I was a kid. So several times I missed out on Halloween. And if you miss out on trick-or-treating, the Pumpkin Ghoul comes, and the Pumpkin Ghoul will bring a little like trick-or-treat pumpkin with some candy in it, and sometimes if you're lucky, a couple prizes. My favorite one was when I was really little. I was 4 years old or younger, and I got like these little 101 Dalmatian like little toys. And it was like the best. I loved animals ever since I was little. But another year, I was in like 3rd grade. SenBee was sick too, so neither of us could go trick-or-treating. And my mom got a like light up like little pumpkin decoration, and she put it out on the play set, and it was dark out. And then she said, "Oh, go look out the window. I think the Pumpkin Ghoul came." And it was the Pumpkin Ghoul, and he was out there, and he was glowing, and it was very exciting. So that was a lot of fun. But yes, so we have the Pumpkin Ghoul. We have Witch's Cauldron. So Witch's Cauldron has this like pewtery cauldron, and then boiling trouble, toiling trouble, whatever, and this eerie slime green and bright yellows and oranges. Very hocus pocus, BabyBee says. BabyBee is obsessed with Hocus Pocus. She's watched it multiple times in the past 2 weeks. She had never seen it before, and now she is obsessed. So there's that. We have Black Cat on Your Path. And this is our Ultraviolet Purple. I'm seeing it right now. It looks a little bluish. It is a little blue. It is very violet, but it's very purple. Cameras don't like to pick it up. I have to photograph these tomorrow for the update, and this one's gonna be fun to try to photograph. That's something I miss about being at festivals, is you can actually see what the colorways look like. We have Haunted Hayride. And so Haunted Hayride doesn't have like a white necessarily up here. It's more of an ecru pale yellow. And then just a bunch of flashes of color for things like, oh no, I have only 4 minutes to talk before I run out of space on my camera card. I'm gonna have to pause this. Okay. In 4 minutes, I'm gonna talk about this. We can do it. Okay, so we have Haunted Hayride. Splashes of fun, spooky costume colors for when you go on your Haunted Hayride with your friends. We have Graveyard Smash, Tombstone, and then ghouls and goblins and witches and cauldron colors. All speckly and beautiful. We have Bats in the Bell Tower. Again, that like ecru-y pale yellow, midnight blue, black speckle overlay, a little bit of spooky purple. Obsessed. We have Zombie Bite, Bloody Zombie Bite, Green Zombie. Beautiful. It's beautiful. It is like neon and creepy and just, it's beautiful. Okay, 3 minutes left. Okay. I'm not gonna finish this in 3 minutes. I'm gonna have to switch my card. Hold on, guys. I realized what the problem was. I didn't delete my last podcast, so I was running out of space. I have to delete them after I upload them because otherwise I run out of space. Anyway, I couldn't rush anymore, but because I have other things I have to talk to you about, I've realized I have all this fiber to show you, but we're not going to be here much longer, so, because I know we've already been here an insane amount of time. I have 2 more colors to show you. We have, It's Alive. So this is Frankenstein themed. You have like, this is supposed to be like electricity. It's like a really cool, creepy, pinky purple, like electric cartoon, like blast. And then Frankenstein greens and blacks. And then we have Monster Mash. So Monster Mash and Graveyard Smash are like buddies. So cute. And Monster Mash, not Graveyard Smash, is just like a fun smashing of, again, that ultraviolet purple that doesn't like to show up. Like zombie Frankenstein greens, like orange tabby cats, witchy purple, like just Monster Mash colors. But yeah, it also has like some really cool speckling throughout. I'm actually super excited to get to this in my cowl because I have no idea how it's gonna knit up. I'm actually knitting with Graveyard Smash right now, I think it is. My cowl is buried right now, so I can't show you, but I'm pretty sure it's Graveyard Smash. Also in the update, because I forgot, I guess I'll show those in a minute. We will also have these cute mini Skein heel and toe complimentary bundles. So we have, I don't know what the spooky names are for these because QueenBee and SenBee have spooky names picked out for them, but we do have these colors in full skeins. So I will put them up at the very top of the shop as well. So that way if you want these in full skeins to complement one of those, you can always order those as dyed to order. But these are for cozy hiker socks, so you can do the like 3 different contrasting colors for like a different cuff, heel, and toe. But yeah, I have them here in Squishy DK. This is that ultraviolet color again. So we have an ultraviolet, black, and orange, and then this kind of more of a berry purple, spooky lime green, and spooky graveyard gray. I don't know what they're going to be called, but they will come wrapped with a cute little ribbon. So I know that they're not going to like, that they're different bases, but like, look at how cute. Look at how cute. Oh my god. I know I'm not looking in the camera, I'm looking at the video, but like, look at how cute. Ah! Okay, I'm obsessed. Peach keeps staring at me like, what are you doing? And also fiber. So this is Black Cat on your path. And this is 100% non-superwash Tarhi. I think all of them are on Tarhi actually that she dyed this time. Sometimes she does BFL, but QueenBee did Tarhi this time. So Black Cat on your path will be coming. I have another Black Cat on your path. I don't know how many she did of each one. She might have just done a very small handful of them, because this might be all of them actually. This is Monster Mash. Sorry, I'm getting like confused of all my names. Look at how cool this looks. Oh, imagine doing like a hand spun project with these. Going crazy. going crazy with the Halloween vibes, you guys. I need more free time. Ooh, they did a Harvest Moon. So Harvest Moon is an autumn color, and that is in the shop right now. It kind of has this deep purpley, like, I don't want to say maroon. It's like this purpley brown almost. I don't know how to describe it. Like really burnt orange and then golden. Harvest Moon is in full skeins on the shop. In the shop, on the shop. And then they did a maple leaf, which is, ooh, in this lighting turning out fluorescent. It's not quite fluorescent. I will get better photos of it, but like just imagine pairing like maple leaf with autumn rainbow. Like, look at these. So these braids are all 4 ounces about. Some of them are a little over 4 ounces, but we're just listing them all as 4 ounces. But yeah, beautiful. I think that's all for the fiber, all the fiber colors she did. So like this is a massive Halloween update that is happening. And last but not least for the update, definitely not least, BabyBee. I'm sorry, they were in a Ziploc bag to stay safe. You might have seen in the autumn update that she did some spooky themed, Halloween themed stitch markers. Those will be restocked. So we have more black cat sets. I'm trying to make sure that it's focusing. Black cat set. I think she has 8 or 10 more of those. She has these, which are new, and they are little pumpkins, little jack-o'-lanterns. And sorry if my hand's shaking. It's the coffee, guys. Candy corn. And I want to talk about candy corn for a minute. So many people don't like candy corn. What is up with that? Candy corn is amazing. These candy corn ones are actually like made out of glass. So they're super cute. And she puts little beads on here. And as you can see, she prices them very reasonably. We have only a handful of these little, oh, I gotta straighten them, little witches, and oh, this card's bigger than the others, so it's harder to hold. You can see that little witch, she has a little face, and she has this little tassel behind her. So the tassel looks like she's wearing like a little black dress, but how freaking cute is that? It's too cute. So there'll be a handful of these ones. And then she has Frankenstein. The cutest little ghost. The cutest little kawaii ghost. And she also has some glow in the dark ones that I don't have with me yet because she hasn't put them on the and am I not like focused? She hasn't put them on their cards yet. So those will be photographed and they will be in the special Nifty Notions Halloween autumn inspired listing. And that's all. So this was a bit of a lengthy podcast, I feel like. I never time them, but I was a little all over the place again today. My coffee got cold. The lighting got very bright, even though it's kind of dark in here, but it's a nice warm tone. I'm glad that it's like so warm in here. Yeah, I'm definitely digging the warm vibes. So thank you so much for joining me again. I'm gonna wrap this up now because I can't think of a single other thing to talk about. I talked myself hoarse because I'm not ever going out and talking to people. Talking on a podcast is like a vocal exercise to the max. And and also I need to edit this and get it up for tomorrow, and also get the newsletter out so everybody can know about the giveaway coming up. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new and you stuck around, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I'm a little bit of a nut, but it is what it is, and honestly, it's not gonna ever change. But if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for sticking around again and coming back. If you have not thumbs up the video, please do so. It is hugely important to me and lets me know that I did something right. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in the comments below. I read them all right away, but I usually respond to them like a week or two later, just because I have so many things to do. I don't always get a chance to get on YouTube and respond to comments right away, but oh my gosh, like I wasn't lying, my throat is like, oh, going on strike. It's saying it doesn't want to do this anymore. But yes, so please leave a comment if you have anything to say. I love reading them, and I will get back to you like within 2 weeks. Usually I comment back when I upload the new video. But also, if you haven't, please subscribe. Subscribing is so important and it means so much to me. So all of that is usually below the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for getting caught in the wool. Bye!